welcome to the 6th edition of Meet the Metapreneur. I have with me today Michaela Lahat, who is the co-founder and CEO of Persona. Welcome to the show, Michaela.
Thank you. Thank you for having me in this space as well.
No, I'm very happy to have you with us today. And can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, I will. So as you mentioned, I'm the CEO and co-founder of the boutique studio that specializes in luxury fashion in the metaverse, but a little bit about myself before. So my background is in the arts and business. I've studied in London, and then for the last few years, I managed my own studio in fine art photography. About a few months ago, I started learning about the Web3 space, and quite soon after, it became my new obsession, and I left everything else behind. I started learning whatever I can, whether it is the philosophy, ecosystem, the communities, and soon after, I asked my friend Danielle Sasi, which is a fashion designer, to join me to this journey to the metaverse, and together we decided to build the virtual fashion house called Persona.
So when exactly did you start Persona?
I would say plus minus about 6 months ago.
Okay, great. So 6 months into building the brand Persona, can you again explain to our audience what Persona is all about and who is it that you want to collaborate with in your business?
Yes, for sure. So our studio, what we do, we make physical garments that are practical and sustainable, and virtual garments that are, let's say, extravagant and luxury. The reason that we decided to do it because we want to bridge the virtual and the physical space. We identified in the virtual sphere that people are much freer to express who they are, whether it is because they have avatar to represent themselves that stand for their values and beliefs, or maybe because of the communities that are just thriving now, that are accepting and supporting. And we realize that many people have like this persona that is the best version of themselves in the virtual space, but in the real life, it doesn't always work this way. So by making, let's say, practical and usable physical t-shirts, and then a extravagant, let's say, representation on the metaverse, and with AR and different technologies to bridge that, that's what Persona is all about. For a person to be able to be free as he feels in the virtual space, also in the real life, to bring those qualities to his day-to-day life. So besides that, that's like our, let's say, vision and goal for the future. What was also important for us, that Persona won't be only about one person, but of a collective of designers. So we gathered, besides my partner, Danielle Sasi, which is also a fashion designer and the creative director, for other fashion designers that have rich experience in the luxury industry. They used to work for brands as McQueen, Balenciaga, Victoria Beckham, and more. And the reason we decided to bring them on board, because we wanted people who lived and breathed fashion for the last years to reimagine and think what fashion could be in the future. So yes, I would say Persona, for us, it's a long journey. We're looking ahead. And what we do and we specialize in is we make those virtual garments that could be used. We're selling them also as NFT collectible collections. We make clothes that could be used on video game skins for avatars, and also garments that in the future will be able to use, that people will be able to use in different metaverses as technology develops. And also we supply services for other NFT collections that we can make garments for their own avatars as well.
So I would think that if there are some good designers out there in the real world and in the digital space, then they should be looking to collaborate with you. Am I right on that?
Yes, for sure. But not only them. So we're happy to have talented people to join our journey, but we're also happy to collaborate with whether it is metaverses, and avatar NFT collections, or even as we're collaborating with you and also All Star Women on events. So I think the collaborations has endless, I guess, creative possibilities.
Absolutely. And I'd like you to talk a little bit more about the 29th April event that's happening in the metaverse called Nowhere. I know we are working together on that, but please tell our audience what your role is in that and what you'll be displaying on that day.
Okay, for sure. So we started working together with All Star Women through a discussion with Leila, which is the founder of that collection. We found All Star Women that stands for the same values and beliefs that we have. So we started having those conversations, and as part of their plan, they're having a not webinar, but a workshop in a metaverse space. And together we decided that after the people are going to learn and listen to the lecture, they will be also able to explore that space, which is a gallery, where we will represent our couture gala collection. So people will be able to interact with each other and then also see the garments that we will showcase in that space, and also buy some of them if anyone would like to afterwards. But really, it's a chance for us to share with the world our visual and aesthetics of the brand.
Yeah, and what I want to add to that is that since onlywebinars.com is managing the registration process for this event, we've had, I think, north of 100 registrations already from 30 plus countries. So there is an appetite for events such as these that are held in the metaverse. So I think you will have a sizable audience, very diverse, and from the meta, NFT, and Web3 space. So it's a great opportunity for you to showcase your brand. And I look forward to working with you in the future. But before I let you go, just one last question, which I ask all the metapreneurs on my show. What advice would you like to give to entrepreneurs who are just entering the space for the first time, based on all the learnings you've had in the last 6 months?
It's a good question that I wish maybe I've asked someone when I started this journey. I think the best advice I would give to anyone looking to integrate in the Web3 space is to be a part of the communities, whether it is from buying or lending an NFT from someone else or joining the Discord channels. I think only by being active and a part of those communities, you could really learn and enjoy the benefits of the space, the support of the people, to get to know other people that are working on the same things or that, link to what we're doing. That was the best decision I did. And also another one is, don't be afraid to reach out to other people, because I think what's so amazing about the Web3 space is that even though some people would imagine it disconnects people, I've never seen a space that connects people so much. So by approaching people through LinkedIn, Discord, Twitter, I managed to find those amazing people that help me out just from the sake of helping for another person. And yes, that's the best advice I can give to other people.
Yeah, I 100% second that, because I'm a big believer myself in community building. And I think I want to wish you all success in your endeavor. And I'm almost certain that I'll be seeing Persona right up there when, when people are looking for brands that are making an impact in the metaverse. So thank you for chatting with me, Michaela. All the success.
Thank you so much.
Let's stay connected. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Sure. Bye-bye.